Okay, we're back. Ah, we're back, everyone. Oakley dokley. Ah, no, okay. Oh, goodness me. Drop everything to 75. Headphones. Mute copyrighted music. Okay. We're gonna change this to full screen. Motion blur off. Okay. Subtitle size big. Embiggen. Alright. I have played this game before, but we are going to start a new game. Because I played it all the way through last time.
Fair warning. This is gonna be weirder than usual. Can't be helped. You called me. So here I am.
SCP-001.
I'm always glad to hear from you.
The Federal Bureau of Control.
I get my hopes up. So many times it's led to nothing. I found nothing. It's like we live in a room, and there's a poster on the wall. We stare at it and we think that's the whole world. The freak out and try to forget what they saw. I'm here. Why did you bring me here? Hello?
Actually, you know what? I think
Anyone here?
in this case, SCP-001 would be the oldest house, which is the name of this building. The building in which the Federal Bureau of Control has placed itself. Correspondence. Reminder, certain objects are not allowed inside the Bureau. Recent incidents have necessitated an issued reminder on prohibited materials. Unauthorized weapons, pagers, laptops, smartwatches, smartphones, smart gaming devices, anything smart, quote unquote. Number 2, pencils, any objects considered iconic representations of an archetypal concept, e.g., rubber ducks, ketchup bottles. All material under Bureau investigation is to be brought in through the private entrances. If you see any lobby personnel in breach of these policies, please notify your supervisor immediately. Internal lockdown in effect, building lockdown in effect. Multiple containment breaches detected, multiple building shifts detected. Head of research override, HRA protocol activated.
This seal. I saw it a long time ago. I keep seeing it in my dreams.
Bureau expenditures. Expenditure summary, executive sector Q. Quarter 2. Major. Staffing surveillance, redacted. Data center initiative, construction, redacted. FBC wishes it was SCP. Yeah. Minor, office equipment, janitorial costs, redacted. Mold removal, headquarters livability costs. For cost breakdown spreadsheet, see page 5. For 5-year comparison chart, see page 9. Compiled by the Federal Bureau of Control Accounting Department by order of Director Zachariah Trench. I mean, you're not wrong that it wishes it were the SCP Foundation. Seek shelter. This is the head of research, Dr. Casper Darling. This is our bureau at work. This is the director, Zachariah Trench.
Federal Bureau of Control. All these years I've been looking for them and they were hiding in plain sight.
They sure were. Let's see here. Crackers, hot and spicy something. Trail mix, pistachios, potato chips, pretzels, more crackers, bunch of protein bars. In the worst packaging imaginable. Security order. Attention all, redacted. Redacted, a shark in his redacted, although secure redacted, permission to redacted, following basic protocol redacted, shoot to kill redacted, good luck. Perfect. I know exactly what to do now. Let's see our R4 reports reminder to the executive sector staff from admin. Subject R4 reports due soon. Hello. As you should all know by now, the R4 reports are due by the end of the week. We're still waiting on them from a number of people. If you need an extension, please request form R4.A from your .E from your supervisor. If you think you're exempt from following an R4, then you'll need to get written permission from your department chief saying so. Remember, R4s are mandatory under section 75.2 of the employee manual. If your R4 requires interdepartmental claims, then please contact the appropriate department head, Dr. Darling, Ms. Marshall, Mr. Salvador, or Mr. Kirkland, as needed. They'll be busy on Thursday in their annual policy review, so please schedule accordingly. Best, your admin team. It is very dark in this room, too.
Hello? Hey, excuse me.
There you are. Here about the top. Janitor's assistant. You need to go to the Intel. Go that way to my left.
Thanks. Elevator that way. Got it.
Very good. I'm on. Janitor. Do work for me. You can say I said. No, I own. Help. Let me work for the axe. Make them behind the sound.
I've done enough night shift loner jobs to know it makes us come off weird. Ahti the janitor is a friendly face in my book.
Better somebody with no face at all. Think about it. No face.
Okay. We have experienced our first shift of the game. Where we went in a circle that came out the same, a wide circle, and then Ahti's portrait was replaced by the elevator.
The cell. And the poster. I was 11 years old the first time I saw behind the poster. They told me I imagined it. I've been trying to pull it down ever since. Will you help?
I'm pretty sure there's a copyrighted song here in the official game. So as far as I know, Remedy is still working on FBC Firebreak, which is their co-op shooter. I think, I don't know. And they're working, and then a sequel to Control is planned after it.
My baby brother, Dylan. 17 years since the men of this bureau took him.
What is this? This is the oldest house discovered August 4th, 1964. and landscape portraits. We're
From the top.
heading towards the director's office. Approved terminology reminder. Reminder. Drafting any public-facing material. While pinning any notifications of death related to the Willow AWE, please adhere to the following guidelines. Words or phrase to use in the service of his/her country, regret, proud/pride, will be remembered. Words, phrases to avoid. Alaska, scissors, blood/bleed, loss, apologies/sorry. Mutations. Alright, I do not have a clearance level yet. Trench do not serve. Non-official paperwork. Federal Bureau of Control. Barbara, I'm not to be disturbed. Cancel all my appointments for the day, for the rest of the week. I can't trust them, Barbara. Not a single one. Trench. Oh.
Shit.
Ah, he unalived himself.
Shit. You want me to pick it up? The murder weapon? Really?
There's Trench with... I can't tell if that's supposed to be Jimmy Carter or if that's supposed to be, That's gotta be Jimmy Carter. It's not Clinton. Certificate, Zachariah Trench. Blood all over his desk. Just investigating. I think that's Trench with Lyndon Baines Johnson there. I don't know who that is in that portrait.
There's the poster.
Objects of power can cause or be results of AWE's altered world events, intrusions upon the perceived reality. Now, the service weapon is, of course, a prime example of an OOP, a very powerful one. Ingrained in the Bureau's DNA, a key component in our prime candidate program. Come out of that Russian roulette a winner and you're it.
Indeed.
Look at this place. Where am I?
Okay, now,
Things
those
are
of
quieting
you
down outside. Is it safe to go?
those of you who don't know this game, as soon as you become the director, you've always been the director.
You can't let this happen. 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 You stopped it. You. Thank you. That was horror.
You've always been the director. This is the director, Jesse Faden. Always. Positive affirmations. You deserve rest. You've worked hard enough.
The hotline. Secure line of communication. Guidance. Reach the hotline.
Executive meeting minutes to the executive staff from admin. Agenda items for next executive meeting. Rising costs of Altered World event response. Update on mold eradication efforts. Upcoming annual salary review. New supplier of coffee filters to be found and vetted. Please come prepared. Thank you for your time. Service weapon. Acquisition date August 4th, 1964. Containment location not applicable. Redeemed link falling. I didn't hear it. Maybe I need to fix that. Oh, there it is. Service weapon. Object of power 1-KE. A containment procedure. No unique procedures required. Shrug your alerts. When bound, the object allows para-utilitarians to redacted. The object must only be bound by individuals seeking the role of redacted. The object will determine whether redacted. If rejected, the applicant is terminated. The process is dictated by the redacted, though their criteria is unknown. Background. The object was discovered inside the oldest house in the room that is now used as the director's office. The popular hypothesis, redacted, many forms throughout history, redacted. Mjolnir, Excalibur, Varanastra, all weapons that redacted of their wielders. If objects of power are the convergence of forces based on the collective subconscious, then this may be the original manifestation of that event. If this is the case, redacted. See Dr. Darling, presentation 11.1 for more details. We already saw this.
Objects of power can cause or be results of AWE's altered world events, intrusions upon the perceived reality. Aside from that, remember to cover their connection to the astral plane as well. Now, the service weapon is, of course, a prime example of an OOP, a very powerful one. Ingrained in the Bureau's DNA are key components in our prime candidate program. Come out of that Russian roulette a winner and you're it. Lose, and well, fine. Thank you. I'm Dr. Darling, Head of Research, Federal Bureau of Control.
Dr. Trench photograph. So much is expected from the director, the responsibility, the privilege. Zachariah Trench. Have a weapon mod.
Reminder, if you experience an unanticipated building shift, follow these simple steps. 1. Search the room for any altered items or objects of power. 2. Carry the altered item or object of power to the nearest safe room. Reminder, if you
No, boo.
Reminder, if you experience an unanticipated building shift, follow these simple steps. 1. Search the room for any altered items or objects of power. 2. Carry the altered item or object of power to the nearest safe room. 3. Wait for Bureau staff to find you and the object. If there are no altered items or objects of power in the vicinity, then reach your supervisor via the nearest intercom and await further instructions. Thank you for your attention.
You're welcome. I don't have the clearance level to read it. Undefined reading. More undefined reading. We're not going to pay attention to that. Dinner reservations at 7 p.m. at Chez Ambre. Wife will meet you there. Don't be late. Flowers are ready for you at lobby reception. Remember she's turning 46. for Marshall's eyes only. Marshall, we checked out the suspected Altered World event in Duluth. To H. Marshall from L. Keenum, another dud. Wasn't anything just like the house fire before this and the malfunctioning clothes dryer before that. My team is getting pretty sick of duds. We need to find a better way to sort the fake Altered World events from the real things. Or you need to rotate these field agents off for a bit. Anyway, we're en route to Sherman Ranch, next one on the list. Let's hope it's a little livelier there. Sincerely, Special Agent Keenum.
Hissing sound that tried to invade me earlier. Hiss. Burrowing into everything in this place. Is the hiss your enemy? Alright, it's our enemy. That was contagious. It burrows in like an infuriating melody that makes you hum it over and over.
Visitor evaluations. How to handle unscheduled visitors entering the lobby. Put a little pizzazz in your readings, VA those lore readings. Put a little pizzazz to your readings, voice acting those lore readings. I guess. How to handle unscheduled visitors entering the lobby. Start with following. Welcome to the Bureau of Control, established in 1964 as part of an effort to strengthen government relations. We are proud to serve the United States and her people as we strive for transparency and excellence in all aspects of our esteemed nation's infrastructure. If they do not leave, then ask them these questions. Are you here to see someone? Are you from New York City or just visiting? How'd you find this place? If their answers are sufficiently harmless, explain that this is a secure federal office and that they'll need to leave. If their answers seem redacted, escort them to a private room. Then, there, perform the gunner's psychological assessment. If their responses are within the acceptable range of deviance, see the provided scoring sheet, then redacted immediately. Remember, there's no such thing as too suspicious. Urban Legends compiled by Paula Bronte and Lorenzo Dunn, researchers, by order of Emily Pope, research specialist. Examination of paranatural topics, Urban Legends summary. Urban legends are believed to affect the creation of altered materials, but can also dictate the characteristics of an altered world event. Urban legends are understood as the modern evolution of Jung's archetypes. We recognize certain redacted, informed by our own redacted, and popularized by our media. We have additionally proven the urban legends can even be artificially redacted in popular culture using redacted, our Bureau-made anthology television program. Once the seeds are sown, human imagination exacerbates the details. Certain paranatural phenomena contain clear elements of popularized folklore, altered world events that only occur on redacted. A pair of scissors that consume human redacted through two punctures on the redacted. These details, living in the minds of so many, have been given strength through belief. Urban legends are not just stories for children, they are paranatural realities waiting to happen. Refer to file 4-93-6942 for full report. Me just knocking crap over. Where's Pulaski? There he is.
Cleanse the control point. What does that mean? Let me fix it. Holy shit. We did it. We did it.
Are you with us? With the Bureau? Are you still sane?
I'll tell you how happy I am to talk to somebody sane.
The feeling's mutual. Yeah, I'm Pope, Emily Pope, Dr. Darling's assistant.
My turn. Should I lie? Jesse Faden. I'm just I should have lied.
Oh, shit. You're the new director. Hold on. We're coming out.
Director Faden. Call me Jesse. Okay, Jesse. I know. Somehow this hostile force, this hiss, that works. Somehow the hiss managed to infiltrate the building without any warning. And just like that, my name for it is official. The hiss. Like the sound of poison gas leaking in. We're in full line. It seems to have spread everywhere and to everyone not protected by an HRA. And, extraordinarily, you. You are the director, and that makes you special by definition. Trench is no longer the director, obviously. I'm sorry, I'm kind of talking too much. This whole situation is just a lot. Trench is dead. Shot. I found his body. And the gun. Did you tell her if it was suicide? The service part. Also, and this could sound crazy, he keeps appearing to me, saying things. It's hard to make out, but he told me to cleanse the control point, push the hiss out. The whole room should do it. You did that. And you entered the building when it was already in the lockdown, before you became the new director. How? I'm not ready to tell her about you yet. A janitor let me. I love it. This is fucking unbelievable. I can't even. Look, Jesse, I have a million questions. Probably have a million more. Like, do you know my brother Dylan? Not yet. But there's something I need to ask you to do first. If you can cleanse the control point, then you can maybe cure those infected or possessed by the hiss. Because if that's possible, our options are very different. Emily Pope. I don't know her, but I like her already. She's the opposite of the faceless agency I blamed for what happened to me for so long. But I can't trust her yet. Or rather, the Bureau she's a part of. Yes. I can try. I'm speaking for you, of course. We can try it together. Okay. You with me? We did it before. Push the hiss out.
Compiled by Paula Bronte and Lorenzo Dunn, researchers by order of Emily Pope, research specialist. Examination of paranatural topics. Control points. Control points are locations that the Bureau has identified as being vital junctions of the oldest house when the appropriate harmonization devices are arranged around the control point in the redacted arrangement, the surrounding area will not experience any unforeseen building shifts. These control points are discovered by redacted detection of an unobstructed ping using the redacted, then it's a 37-foot radius. Numerous researchers have attempted to define control points, calling them nerve junctures or redacted, or vulnerable spots of the oldest house. The common factor in these theories is that control points are susceptible to external influence, which allows us to stabilize the oldest house and work more confidently inside it. Theoretically, this technology could be extrapolated to stabilize the oldest house as a whole, but testing has found that certain parts of the building refuse to be protected. Refer to file 7-25-2788 for full report.
It didn't work. He says, bro.
Compiled by Emily Pope, research specialist by order of director Jesse Faden. Field research on Hiss entity, Hiss corrupted agent, confidential. The Hiss manifests in human hosts in numerous ways. The most common and least intense form is seen in the many corrupted agents floating throughout the Bureau. The Hiss agents have maintained their human appearance, undergoing no obvious physical transformation. The most notable distinction from an unaffected human is the fact that they levitate. These Hiss have displayed no aggressive behavior. They only seem interested in vocalizing the strange incantation ad infinitum. Perhaps these vessels are only meant to propagate the Hiss corruption like spores or Wi-Fi boosters. Or are they cocoons preparing to enter their next stage of evolution? When attacked, Hiss agents disappear, perhaps entering a state of invisibility or undergoing a transformation to purely resident form. Research is ongoing. Refer to file redacted for full report.
Too deep. Ripping it out rips them apart.
Jesse, over here. I can't cleanse them. It was worth a shot. Thank you, Dylan. Jesse.
I'm gonna tell her why I'm here. I'll risk it.
Listen. The Bureau was involved in an incident in my hometown, Ordinary, 17 years ago. The Bureau came in and covered the whole thing. I've been looking for this place for a long time.
That's enough. Maybe that's too much already. I can't tell her about Dylan and the rest yet.
I've seen mentions of an Altered World event case dealing with Ordinary. You were at Ground Zero as a child? It was one of the big ones, and before my time. And very classified. I can try to dig out some old files for you. My boss, Casper Darling, would know, but he's missing. I didn't even know this was coming, or a suspect. He came up with the HRAs, the Hadron Resonance Amplifiers. I think they're what saved us. A few of us. And Director Trench would know. Trench? The ghost, or whatever it is. He mentioned something called the Hotline. He said I should find it. It's another object of power, like the gun, an old Bakelite telephone. A direct line of communication between the director and the board. He can talk to you more clearly through that. And Trench has years and years of experience. He might know how to destroy the Hiss. Where is that? through the mailroom. It's part of this sector, so we can access it even with the lockdown in place. We'll get the door open for you. Okay, that's my next stop. That's Tomasi's department. He's the head of communications. I don't think he had an HRA. He kind of made a point about not wearing them earlier. Keep an eye out.
They call me the director. That's not me. I'm not a director type. I'm a leader. Why am I here? I think you already know. Yes, I came for my brother, but there are other reasons too. I said I was looking for answers, but I might never understand them. I'm not looking for proof. This is already more than enough. No matter what they told me all those years, I know it's real now. I didn't imagine this. I want to be a part of this world. What scares me shitless is that I finally found it. Only to see the hiss destroy it all.
Look, I know this is all new to you, so don't hesitate to ask me anything you need. There are no stupid questions. The door to the comms department is just outside the boardroom back in the lobby. They should have gotten it open by now. Follow the signs to the mailroom. You can get to the hotline containment chamber through there.
Okay, I'm feeling a little toasty. Hot, warm. So I'm gonna wrap this up for now. Maybe stream a little more later. If not, I will try to stream throughout the week. Thank you all for tuning in as always. And I hope you all have a great rest of your weekend.